Are you ready to change orcs for the better? Let's do this. So firstly, we're going to start with the armours. So this is the Pig Iron set by Pull Charm. So this is probably one of my favourite orc armour themed armour sets you can get on the Nexus. So this is pretty much like a warrior outfit for any orc character in the game, and you can also get spin on it as well, so any orcs that are in your game can wear this armour, which is pretty sick. The details on this armour is absolutely amazing, and it is HDT SMP. I think my favourite part about this is probably the helmet, because your actual character's teeth will be sticking out at the bottom because your chin area in your mouth is actually showing through the helmet. I don't think it's been taken from anything. I think this is just completely brand new scratch made by Pull Charm, but it is very, very sick. Like, you get a shield and a mace as well. The mace is quite slow hitting, just like any kind of mace in Skyrim, but it's definitely an armor piece you need to get for your orc character. It's more of an orc warrior character, because I mean, obviously as an orc you are a warrior, because that's kind of what the whole thing is. But it's definitely one of my favourites for any kind of orc build. The mace is pretty cool as well, but I'm not a really big fan of maces, so I probably won't be using the mace. But the shield I definitely do like. It's kind of a smaller size shield, but if you use a sword of it, it's pretty cool. And the horn on the back's pretty awesome as well. And it's all HDT SMP, so everything does jingle. It's pretty sick. Now this one you definitely need to get. This is Nord War's UA's Race Armour Expansion by Nord War. So this pretty much just gives all of the orcs a new armor set. So instead of the normal like vanilla armor set you get from the game, this just gives them a new set of armor to wear. So I think there's 3 different variants, like a light one, a medium one, and a heavy one. They all look pretty sick, I'd say. And you get your gauntlets, boots, and a helmet, which is pretty cool as well. I feel like it's kind of like Mongolian theme. That's what I think the orcs are going for. Sadly, this isn't HDT SMP, which is kind of a shame, but it's a bit of an older version mod. So I think this came out on the old Skyrim, I think it did. But it's absolutely sick for your orc characters, and all of the orcs in the game will be wearing this, so you don't need a SPID mod, which is like a add-on for the armour for it to be worn by any orcs in the game. So any orcs in any stronghold or any orcs out in the open will be wearing these armour pieces. And the quality and the textures on these armours are pretty cool as well. I wouldn't say they're like 4K, but they're like pretty decent, and they're pretty awesome to look at. So it's not like shit quality, it's absolutely sick quality, I'd say personally. But the 3 variants are pretty nice. I'd probably say the last one's probably my favourite actually, because it's more like of a heavy version. Now this is Children of the Pariah and Orc MPC Overhaul by Sazius Assassin. So we're going to add 2 here, so there's another one. So this is Metal Saber's Beautiful Orcs of Skyrim by Metal Saber. So pretty much the usual just changes the orcs' faces. So I'd say Metal Saber's changes it to more like a beautiful orc, which some people may say might not really fit in, because orcs are meant to be like kind of grizzly. But it's kind of good for your play character, because you can kind of make like a sexy orc, I'd say, if you are a female, or a dude if you like that. And the other one's kind of more of a realistic approach, where they've got more wrinkles, more scars, and it probably makes them look more badass. So what I've done is I've got Metal Sabers as a base mod, and then I'll overwrite with the other mod to basically, some characters will look pretty grizzly and the others will look pretty nice and sexy, I'd say. But I think this is awesome for any orc character in Skyrim. So it will change all of the orcs in the College of Winterhold as well, and all the orcs in the Stronghold, and I think all the orcs in Solstheim, if there is any there. I think there is. Now we're going to start with the texture pack. So this is Orc Settlements Enhanced by Wine Dive, or whatever the fuck. But yeah, this basically is just a really nice texture pack for any Orc Stronghold in the game. So the 4 Strongholds that you get, this will retexture all of them, and it's definitely for the better. These do look absolutely sick and amazing. The quality and the textures, I think it's 2 to 4K quality, so they're very next gen and very sick. Better than the bog standard vanilla textures, where very pixelated. This is very nice, very clean. And now that I'm using the Cabbage EMB, it just goes so well. The interior was extremely dark when I first installed Cabbage, but I did bump up the brightness to make it look better. So it's somewhat dark, but it still looks pretty sick. But yeah, the textures on this mod are absolutely awesome, and it does make it feel that much more next gen for any Orc Stronghold in the game. Now this is Orc Lanterns for Orc Strongholds by J Ream, and it's made by Gutmore. So this will basically just change all the lanterns in all the strongholds to this kind of metal one with the candles inside. So I am using another mod to change all of the strongholds, and the lanterns that were originally there were changed by this one. So any lanterns by mods and lanterns in the actual strongholds will change, so you definitely need to get that. And Orc Stronghold, so this is more Kazar by J Ream. So I think I'm going to butcher these names for the strongholds. So we're going to start with the actual strongholds now anyway. So this is absolutely fucking sick. Like, the stronghold is literally built into a fortress, and I'd say all of these stronghold mods, they actually do look like cities now instead of just tiny little camps. Like, the actual whole interior of the stronghold has been completely changed, and I think it has added more orcs outside. Sadly, they aren't wearing any orc armour, they're wearing like fur armour. But I think it will add more NPCs to the stronghold, because I don't remember this being this many unnamed NPC orcs in the actual stronghold. But yeah, it's definitely absolutely sick compared to vanilla. Vanilla's are quite boring, drab, and they're actually kind of empty. I mean, it does have about 5 or 6 orcs in the stronghold, but this seems to add fucking shitloads, and you've got more animals, more goats, chickens, all sorts. So this is definitely one you need to get for more Kazar, and also with the texture applied to it. So the texture applied on the hut with that texture mod, it just looks 10 times better than the boring vanilla texture. So that will be the texture pack I'm using for this. So I think it adds more huts around the area, and then you've got your blacksmith, which should already be there anyway. I don't think the mines inside are changed. I think the mines are probably just exactly the same, but the actual blacksmith area is 10 times better. And also with the mod where they actually do wear the armour, what I showed earlier in the video, is just fucking absolutely sick. So it just enhances all of the Orc Strongholds and all the Orc NPCs and the faces. So these mods you definitely need to do to make it more modern and next gen. Next up is the Daedric Shrines all in one. So this is by Mandragon Sprouts. So everyone likes the Maroon, no, is it Maroon's Dagon or is it someone else? No, it's Malakath. So Malakath Shrines in all of the strongholds with this mod, but then the mod that I've just shown there is more of a retexture. So this is Orc Strongholds Dunkinal by J Ream again. So this is more of an open, I'd say, stronghold compared to the other. I think this is more open in the vanilla game anyway. So this isn't actually got like massive doors on the outside. It's more open to the public, I'd say. But this is fucking sick as well, this one. So I'd say this is one you definitely need to change the Dunkin Schgal or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it adds loads of little huts and like, I'd say towers around the camp, so all your orc characters will be hanging about in the towers. So they've got like watchtowers. You've got another archer station here, which I don't know if it was in vanilla, but yeah, you've got another archer station anyway with more orcs outside doing archery. And you've got your guys watchtowers walking along the top tight ropes or whatever the fuck. I'm just saying random shit here. Yeah, they're walking across the bridges anyway. But then you've got flags knocking about, floating in the wind with your physics enabled as well, which is pretty cool for that next gen feel. And then the actual main area, like the main attraction in the centre, has just been enhanced that much more. So it is definitely one you need to get for Dunkin Schgal or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it makes it that much more modern, other than the vanilla, boring, drab version, which didn't really have much in it, and it was just like a normal little camp. I feel like these definitely turn it into like an actual town instead of just a little camp. Like, there's so many more NPCs knocking about, and it is actually extended, so it's not like a small one, but it's quite a big area, and there's just people everywhere. So it does definitely feel like a tiny little city, and there is no load screens other than the actual huts themselves. So it's like an open city around Skyrim, and as you know, orcs are not really in the cities in Skyrim, other than maybe the odd few, I don't think. I know Khajiits aren't either. So these are like actual cities for your orcs, so they've got a bit more love, because I feel like everyone forgets about the orcs in Skyrim. And other than like in Oblivion, I think there was hell of a lot more in the cities from what I remember. So now this is the Orc Strongholds Largash Bur by J Ream. Like I said, I'm going to fuck these names up completely because I am not an orc myself. But yeah, I'm going to fuck these names up big time. So sorry about that. But yeah, this is probably definitely maybe one of my favourites. This is like an actual fortress. Sadly, the interior is quite small, but the outside is fucking absolutely massive. So it's got like massive stockades all over the sides. You've got a mammoth skull dangling from the top, and like I said, with that other mod I had with the lanterns are dangling from the front, which is absolutely sick. So instead of your normal Skyrim lanterns, you've got the modded versions which are dangling from the front, which just make it that much better. But as you can see, the interior is not very big. It's pretty cool as well though, so you do actually get a Malakath statue in every stronghold in these mods. So I don't think there was a Malakath statue in all the strongholds. I don't think there was even one, or maybe just the one where you get the quest, but this actually adds a Malakath statue to every single stronghold instead of just the one, from what I remember in vanilla Skyrim. So yeah, as you know, Malik is worshipped by orcs, so, and there's an actual quest line around it as well. And it's pretty cool as well. So you get a mammoth tusk on the actual hut itself, and then you get little tusks dangling off the roof and the actual door. And then you've got all the little huts knocking about as well. And like I said previously, with the texture pack, it's absolutely fucking sick included. I'm not too sure what this is. This is underneath the stockades and the actual walkways. I don't know. I don't understand why there's just a dead orc there. He's just chilling out and he's dead. Maybe someone murdered him in his sleep. We don't know. But yeah, he's just chilling there. Or unless he was an injured warrior and he just died out there. But you can walk along all these stockades and the actual walkways where the watchtowers are as well. So if you just want to roleplay an orc, like defending your stronghold from any enemy invaders, you can do. And then obviously if you want to add any followers to this area, any orc followers, which you can get from the strongholds, it's definitely a must-have to get. Now finally, this is the Orc Stronghold Nazulbur by J. Ream again. So this is the one in the snowy region. So I'd say this is maybe one of my favourites. I did have a little bit of problem with this mod because there was a lot of clipping in the interior. I don't know if it's because I'm conflicting with another mod, but it was actually conflicting with something where shit was disappearing. But yeah, other than that, the actual the actual stronghold's pretty sick. So, and this isn't a very large one, but I feel like it's more spread out because you've got like a back bit where the blacksmith are across like a tightrope bridge. But other than that, the actual area and the region's pretty cool. But yeah, it's definitely one of the smaller strongholds, and I don't think there is actually a quest here. I don't think there was. From what I remember, I don't think there's a quest in the stronghold other than probably fetch quests, like your little shitty ones. But other than that, yeah, like I said, the stronghold's pretty nice, and I do like the snowy aesthetic to this one for like snowy regions. So you definitely need to be all covered up with all your woolly clothes. So the actual characters here, because I'm using a certain mod, they are covered up with the cloaks and the actual hoods, which is pretty cool. And you've got your little bridge here where you can scout out over the top of the strongholds and see what's going on down below. Make sure there's no enemy invaders attacking the camp, which you probably will get. I don't think there will be many. It'll probably be bandits and wolves. Other than that, I don't think there will be many, or maybe dragons as well if the dragons are here. But yeah, this is probably the best part about this area, where you've got this bridge going across the two rocks. So this is a massive drop as well, but it basically goes over to the blacksmith region, and that's where the blacksmiths are, and then the mines as well, which is a pretty nice touch. But that's pretty much it for the orc characters and the orc strongholds and the orc builds and all that shit. So that's pretty much it, yeah. So anyways, thanks for watching. Comment down below, like, subscribe, do whatever the fuck you like, guys. If you want more Skyrim videos or Fallout videos, kind of mods, I'd say, just definitely check my channel out and you'll probably get more of that. I probably upload maybe twice a week, depending on how busy I am with my home life. So just make sure you hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for more videos just like this one. So adios, motherfuckers. Senorita. See you in a bit. Bye bye.